What's up, boys? AB trading back to back with another live stream today. Again, live commentary, open market price action, NQ. The object today, we do a quick high time frame analysis as always. Analyze the daily chart real quick and then go back to the intraday chart and let's see what 9:30 opening has got for us today. So yeah, let's go back to the daily. Like I said in yesterday's live stream, there's a potential for us to trade back into the new week opening gap in here, especially when you take off, turn off, be adjust. So took out all-time high, left this huge volume imbalance behind. Daily new week opening gap unfilled. So that seems to be the draw for today. What we're gonna do is extend this volume imbalance and this daily volume, also daily volume imbalance. Okay, so I want to see price respect this upper one in here, and then see a shift lower, take out yesterday's low and trade back down into it. That would be, yeah, something that I would be entertaining today. I wouldn't be looking for higher prices. I mean, that could happen. We want to maintain bullish stance on a high time frame. We discovered new all-time highs, so whenever we are in all-time highs, just stick to just remain bullish and focus your heavy trades, heavy risk trades towards longs. But retracements can happen. So that's a huge draw for me. I told you yesterday I would prefer price not trade back down into it and leave it open. That would act as like fuel. Yeah, so I want to see, preferably I want to see a portion of this volume imbalance stay open when we trade back down into it and then continue higher. That would be a really nice scenario, but we'll see how we're going to use this volume balance, if we are going to use it at all, but I think so. So bias for today is rather bearish. Let's see. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart. As you can see, huge unfilled volume imbalance. I mean, let's go to 1 hour real quick. So yeah, 1 minute chart. London took out relatively equal highs, traded back down lower. Now we have relatively equal lows in here, and previous day's low also around here. So yeah, let's see what we got for today. So we respected, I think, more or less the midpoint of that volume balance. Yeah, roundabout. Took out buy side in here, and now we see a shift lower. So let's take off the daily PD race for a second, and let's see. So yeah, S&P is moving lower, NQ is moving lower, Dow is moving higher. Where did we open? 9:30 open was this candle. Okay, so before 9:30 open, we had this buy side taken. 9:29 a.m. buy side was taken. So yeah, unfortunately, I would have preferred price to take out a buy side, relatively equal highs in here after 9:30 open. So we kind of have a 9:30 opening, manipulation power of 3, manipulation displacement lower. Yeah, we did it before 9:30. I mean, that's okay. Let's see. Opening range gap, we have a premium opening range gap, so we opened higher than we closed yesterday at 4:14 p.m. So That's kind of interesting. Bro, to be honest, I just had breakfast, so I wasn't even able to do a pre-analysis before I go into live stream. But now you see me analyze the chart, and see where price wants to go to. Also, I already was bearish in today's London session. I had a beautiful tape read trade. Bro, I was hesitating on taking this trade. That was beautiful. That was absolutely my model. I review the London trade later on. But yeah, I just tonight is tonight's FOMC and it's rollover week, and it's just I would really really avoid taking trades. But in this scenario, it just panned out. Beautiful trade during London. I will review it in a bit. So let's just focus on NQ New York opening. What's up, TikTok? How you doing, guys? What do you say? Are we rather bullish or bearish? What do you guys say? So let me just. Mm, what's up, Luca? What's up, Dima? Can I video? Bro, TikTok tells me no audio detected, bro. I'm pretty sure the audio should be fine. TikTok, can you confirm? Audio should be fine. I think so. Let's see. Let me check. Um, Let me check. Yeah, audio should be fine. So I don't know what the problem is. TikTok is just random sometimes, but shit happens. So yeah, like I said, want to see low prices. Pre-market sell side is the draw right now. That's the next target. Seems like it gets traded too. What's up, Ibrahim? So let's see what price can get to. Potentially, yeah, like I said, relatively cool lows in here. Asia low, previous days low. So took our buy side in here, bearish reaction. Took our buy side in here, bearish reaction. So I really want to see a continuation lower towards this week's new week opening gap. That would be great. Mm-hmm. So that was still moving higher, as always. That was the main character. Does whatever he does. Mm-hmm. So beautiful inversion of Fair Valley gap. Hmm. up, Tony? What's up, SO? Yeah, Dow moving higher. Let's see what a yes is doing. So we kind of left relatively equal lows intact. Okay, maybe probably want to trap people along. Viewing this as support zone, buying the support zone, especially market structure shift. People go long right now. Trap long. Maybe they will get this little move higher above pre-market. But yeah, bias for today, this is definitely bearish. So, like I said, I don't abandon my high time frame bullish stance, but for today's New York session, I'm rather expecting low prices. Media. Let me see if the background music, first time using background music, I hope it works. Seems like it doesn't. At least not on TikTok. Only have it on YouTube. Okay, relatively equal lows set, moving higher. Bro, can I change my... Come on, dog. There you go. Okay. Let me check. Of course, media is not working. Bro, I don't know why. Why is the background music not working? That's a very good question. Maybe let me take off media, remove, and then add it again. Something like this and this. Loop. A little bit loud. That should work. Okay, perfect. Now background music should be playing on YouTube. So yeah, relatively equal lows set, moving higher, taking out pre-market again, taking out these relatively equal highs. Not quite yet. Let's see if we can take them out. Bro, this is a typical, FOMC type rollover type Friday USD bank holiday week. It's just trapping people offside. So now people went long, buying a breakout, but this is the club where everybody wants to be at. First presented for value gap is actually this one. Didn't really use this one. What's up, TikTok? So expecting lower prices. People trapped offside, trying to go long right now, but we don't. We don't do that. We don't do that. Do you understand? Bro, what the fuck's Dao doing, bro? Check out what Dao's doing, bro. That's insane. That actually is insane, bro. MYM. Bro. Hell nah, bro. I don't know, that was just not joining the party, just moving the opposite way. Let's go back to ES. Let's see what ES is doing. So, oh, not again, bro. Same thing like yesterday. I don't know what. Bro. The fuck? Come on. What just happened? Yes, where are you at, bro? Come on. MES. Okay, we do it this way. No problem. No problem at all. Oh, this is tedious. I don't know what just happened, but yeah, whatever. Whatever. So, also relatively equal lows set. Buy side taken again. 1 minute chart. Looking for an inversion fair value gap here. Is there a volume imbalance? No. Yeah. Oh, okay, NQ. Hello. Insane. What the fuck? That was quite fast. That was quite fast. And it happened again. Seems like the market is just doing whatever I'm telling him to do. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Let's see. That's actually a beautiful setup. Something like this. Not my model though, but yeah, just looking for low prices. Bro, to be honest, my rules say don't trade FOMC days, okay? Or at least when you trade it, do have risk. And I mean, for FOMC day, it's kinda okay. It's not horrible. It's so far, okay? I don't know what happens the next 5 to 10, 20 minutes. Maybe we just, start chopping around. But yeah, my model would have required me to, see a displacement fair value gap in here. We only have inversion fair value gaps. And to be honest, I rather, prefer displacement fair value gaps and not, maybe inversion fair value gap in combination with the fair value gap, but not only only inversion fair value gap. Yeah, we have a little fair value gap in here, but just that's not really enough. The only reason why I said that's actually a beautiful setup is because of this inversion fair value gap. Yeah, that's an inversion fair value gap, but price proved, the algorithm proved to us that it is using this one, okay? So that's actually, if you want to see it that way, in resistance zone. So yeah, S&P is starting to chop and go sideways, and that was moving higher. So the market is decoupled. We have a rollover week. We have tonight FOMC, bro. There's just too much going on right now for me to confidently take a trade, and it would be just unresponsible on my behalf to on my side to take a trade in this type of environment. So what we're gonna do is just sit still and do nothing. Even if price is going to deliver our target and our potential short delivers, I don't care. And I don't care if this one gets stopped out because I'm not in it, okay? So just observing price action and considering the market environment. It's just easy. The most important thing in trading, like I said yesterday, I just can't say it enough. I can't stress it enough. It's just knowing when not to trade, bro. Okay, you can trade the day before FOMC, or even you can trade FOMC. FOMC usually is like at 2 p.m. Usually, if there's a really nice setup, you can take a trade from 9:30 to 10:30. Not after 10:30, but the first hour of trading you can take a trade. But if there's FOMC rollover week and USD bank holiday in 1 week, bro, that's just too much. That's just too much for me, okay? And not even having like a beautiful setup. Yeah, it could move lower, but considering all these things that I mentioned, it's just low probability, okay? So that's basically what I'm saying. Low probability. And yeah, I guess we still are going to deliver sell side by chopping around, moving sideways. ES is still moving sideways. Dow is still moving higher. Decoupled market, so it's just BS. It's nothing that I would be willing to risk money on or whatever. So you do you. You hold yourself accountable. I'm not taking these trades. Even though, like I said, we are probably going to deliver sell side. Let's see. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, what is kind of surprising to me is actually that like I said, FOMC today, like also, if you look at London session, bro, was actually quite the opposite of horrible, bro. It was actually delivering pretty nice. So that's really unusual for rollover and FOMC week. But you know, why taking these trades when the stats say more often than not you would lose this trade? So, but yeah, beautiful trade. What's up, Benito? How you doing, bro? Beautiful move, to be honest. Yeah. To be honest, bro, I'm kind of done for the day. Again, price delivered like I was expecting it to. So, I mean, if it wasn't FOMC and a rollover week, would have taken this trade. TP delivered. So, yeah, I actually finished. Let's see, it's just the first 30 minutes. I would say let's stay a little bit longer, maybe 15 minutes, another 15 minutes, and let's see if price can actually trade back down into Asia low. Delivered event horizon. See the reaction from the midpoint of these two sell-side liquidity pools. Reaction off of the midpoint. Interesting. Interesting. For sustained continuation lower, I would rather want to see price not trade back down, back up into this. I mean, it can. We have a breaker in here, so it's permissible that price trades back up again in this fair value gap, and maybe even back up into inversion. We reclaim first percent fair value gap and breaker. That will be an entire model in of itself that you can trade theoretically, but you know, not trying to give financial advice, absolutely not, but just, you know, sharing my opinion. So yeah, ES also took up pre-market low, and even Asia low. Oh no, yeah, obviously Asia low was already taken, but even this low. So yeah, ES is kind of more, it's kind of heavier. Okay, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Left it open failed to trade back up into sell side, so that's a beautiful run. Now you definitely can expect some more movement lower towards new day opening gap. New day opening gap is, yeah, right around here. So, bro, that's actually perfect delivery for today. It's just, bro, what the fuck? It's FOMC and rollover week. Like, bro, that's insane. Price action delivery, bro. Unusual. Unusual. Or maybe I'm not just confident enough in my ability to read price action. I'm actually better at reading price action, you know, than in the end like executing my ideas. So maybe I just need to trust my ability more. So we kind of fell short of new day opening gap. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't have a strong close below the event horizon. So yeah, that's not what you want to see. Preferably a price would have closed significantly below this midpoint, but we didn't. So like I said, retracing back up is absolutely permissible, but it should not close above this fair value gap. As long as price respects this fair value gap, first percent fair value gap, and breaker, that's fine. Price actually traded back up into the breaker low. So let's see how price is respecting this level. Beautiful reaction so far. That was still moving higher. This is again like a characteristic of FOMC day. It's not doing more than it needs to do, okay? It's already trapped people offside, stopped them out, revealed the real move, taking out pre-market low, you know, and like I said, it's actually done for the day, okay? So it delivered perfectly. While stopping out both sides beforehand. So yeah, if you trade FOMC days, you want to be nimble. You don't want to swing for the fences, and you don't want to try to catch, I don't know, a classic buy day or sell day where it just goes on and on and on and on and just it doesn't stop. That's definitely not a characteristic of FOMC days, okay? That's rather, again, typical for FOMC. A whole lot of bullshit price action. Yes, it's doing also, I don't know, going sideways. That was stair stepping higher. So market is still decoupled, also being an influence and has an impact on this price action, going sideways. Okay. But still, look at the number of down close candles, okay? We have more movement to the downside, quicker and faster movement to the downside than to the upside. See this beautiful run lower? Huge stretched out down close candles. How are we moving higher? Stair stepping, slowly, gradually moving higher. And then what do we expect? Normally, I don't want to say like too much, predicting like too much for an FOMC day, but normally stair stepping higher and then dump again. Huge stretched out down close candles. Now price inside of the first percent fair value gap. If I would take a trade, I would place my stop loss. I would do something like this. Enter in the breaker or inside of this fair value gap, or even first in the fair value gap in here. So trade would look something like this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reaction lower. Trading through this candlestick's open, so that's an entire order block. I want to see close below this candlestick's open, close lower, and then approach this short-term low and close below this midpoint. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Trade it back up higher. Seems like the price is going to invert. Let's look at these wick levels. So if price comes back down into the midpoint of the first percent fair value gap and even below it, this wick is permissible. Okay, but it's still close inside of the first percent fair value gap. So let's see. Let's see. But where's here it is. So Dow now changes its mind. MYM is approaching the short term low, so we may see a market structure shift on Dow. That would be beautiful. That would support our bearish buys on NQ. We may potentially get sapped out. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't take this trade. It's just not my model. I didn't really backtest this breaker model. You know, my model is a 2022, so if I take it long or short, I want to take that trade in the beginning of the move. Okay, we already delivered what we were expecting, you know, and it's FOMC, so it's not really likely to continue lower or have a sustained price run. Yeah, okay, potential stop out. That's right. There's processes and procedures that you need to respect. But yeah, let's just calculate if we had taken both trades, inversion fair value gap, entry here, where is it? Yeah, inversion fair value gap entry, stop loss, and we have TP. So we would have made 2R, risk about 80 bucks to make 160, and then we would have lost $60. Okay, so 160 minus 60, still up 1%. On a day, two trades, two potential trades. So, I mean, that's fine, I guess. Okay, price comes back up into range. So, bro. yeah, folks, I guess that's it for today. FOMC later on, so there's not really something that we are waiting for. Price already delivered what we wanted to see. One potential TP, one potential loss. So I would say I catch you in the next one tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. Thursday is tomorrow, and tomorrow I would not guess, is probably the most like high probability day of the entire week. Why? Because tomorrow is the day after FOMC, and Friday is USD bank holiday. So Thursday is the only like normal normal day that you could trade without too much of manipulation, hopefully. So see you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. live stream again. Check out my Discord, it's completely for free, no upsell, no anything, just a community of ambitious traders that want to help each other. So check it out, link is in the bio. And yeah, I would say I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Be safe, good luck, good trading, and while winning, we'll see each other tomorrow.